Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Root Beer here with more of the 2001 Pascal contest. That's the grade 9 multiple choice contest. And we're up to question number 18. We did 17 in the last video. Now we're up to 18. Hopefully you've had a look at it. I'll have to take a look at it myself. Question 18 says the largest four-digit number whose digits add up to 17 is 9,800. The fifth largest four-digit number whose digits have a sum of 17 is, and we're given a bunch of possibilities here. If you want to, you could probably quickly check. They do all add up to 17. The digits all add up to 17, so there's none that we can immediately rule out. We're going to have to actually figure some things out. So we want the fifth largest four-digit number, and we know that the highest we can do is 9800. Okay? So if we want large numbers, and we're trying to pick them by their digits, the best thing to do is to start with the leftmost digit. So in this case, we have 9,800. So if we want really high numbers, it doesn't matter what your ones and your tens are. If you can make your thousands digit and your hundreds digit really big, you'll definitely be bigger than some other number. So if we have a choice, we're going to try and put more emphasis on the values for 1,000, 100, 10, and then, 1, we'll just put in whatever's left over, keeping in mind that we want a sum of 17. Okay? So if I were starting to create really big numbers that have a total of 17, I want to start with my thousands digit. What can I put in my thousands digit to make this number really big? Well, if we only have 4 digits to play with, we're going to want to put a 9 there. Nothing is bigger than 9,000, or than the 9,000s if you're only having 4 digits. That's as big as you can get. So if I want a really big number whose digits add up to 17, I'll put a 9 there. Then I have 17 minus 9, which is 8, total left to play with. So now I want a 3-digit number, so hundreds, tens, ones, and I want to make that as big as possible. And I know the digits have to add up to 8. So if I want the biggest number possible, well, I'd want to put a 9 with my hundreds digit, but that's too much. I don't have 9 as my total that I can play with, so I'd put an 8 there. And that's how they get 9,800. So if I wanted to tweak that, maybe not have 800, okay, so I'd have to have a 3-digit number that's less than 800. Well, I could put a 7 there. That's about as good as we can get now. So I have 9, 7, and then I have a tens digit and a ones digit, and I have 9 plus 7 is 16. So I have 1 left to play with. So I could put a 1 in the tens, or I could put a 1 in the ones column. Okay? So let's get to writing some of this down. There isn't a particularly good mathematical way to do this. There's no equation you can just plug in and say, aha, that's the fifth largest number with this sum. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to make the list of the top 5 numbers that are 4-digit and have the digits add up to 17. So we've already seen 9800. We were told that that's the best that we can do. So we should still have, I mean, even if you take a look at all the other numbers that they have on offer here, as possible answers, all of them have 9 as their first digit. So we shouldn't be straying out of the 9,000s. So if we want the next number, well, it's got to be less than 9,800, so at best it starts with a 7. And as we already remarked, that gives us a total of 16, so we have 1 left to play with. So we can either have 1 here and a 0 here, or we can have a 0 in the tens column and 1 in the units column. So we want to focus, we want to put more in the tens column to get a higher number in this case. Okay. So now less than 9701, well, we could have 9700, but that doesn't add up to 17. So let's try for the 9600s. Okay. And we're going to add in just one more because I can see where this is going. So we're left with 2 to play over with. So we have 2 that we could split between the tens and the ones column. Now if we want a bigger number, we'll put all those 2 digits in the tens column. We'll put 0 in the ones column. Or we could split it up and have 1 in each. Or if we really wanted to go low, we put everything in the ones column, put a 0 in the tens column. Okay. If we wanted to keep going, we don't need to at this point. We've solved the question. But there will be 4 of them that will start with 95. Okay, 95, that's 14. We have 3 left to play with. So we go 3, 0, or 2, 1. And this is just, we're putting less and less in the tens column each time, and everything else has to go in the ones column to get that total of 3 for a total of 17. And you can check each of these has a total of 17. So we're told this is the first. So this is going to be the second, third, fourth, and here's the fifth. Okay, so 9611 should be our answer. Okay. And which of the multiple choice answers is that? It's right there in the middle. It's C. Okay. And you can see we worked out some of the other numbers here. And we just double check. We did want the 5th largest. Yes. So that gives us an answer of C. Alright. Nice little question, and we'll flip the page in anticipation of our next question, which is question number 19. And I can already see it's got some circles in it, but we'll take a read through that question in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.